Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how I learned how to drive. When I first began learning to drive, it wasn't something that I wanted to do. My mother actually forced me into it. So she was the one that said, go call different driving schools and go find the driving school, start driving. And I was reluctant. I was like, no, I don't really see myself driving. It's not really my thing. And my mum was like, what are you talking about? Of course you're going to drive. You're going to drive, of course. So she said, go do it. So I called a driving school. First one I called, I didn't like the experience because I felt like she didn't teach me anything. And also she kept talking about her boyfriend, going shopping, all these things. And I thought, I'm not learning nothing here, At the end, she goes to me, oh, when should we do the next lesson? I said, look, I'll call you. I'm a bit busy, so I'll let you know. And then I asked them for another person because it was a bigger driving school. So I said, look, can you give me another person, someone who's just focusing more on me and what I'm doing and probably thinking about teaching me how to drive. I want someone like that who's just able to put up with me and however I am. And the guy said, okay, I'll send you this lady. I got this really wonderful driving teacher. And it was a very long process. Probably put her through a lot of hell. And I kept talking a lot because I was about 18, 19. So I just kept whinging about my brothers and sisters and whatever else you whinge about at that age. And she just sat there. She was really patient. She put up with everything I put her through. And it took me a while. It took me more than 10 lessons, 11, 12, I don't know, 15, could have been 20. I really don't remember. And then she said to me, look, I think it's time for you to go for your driving test. And I said, I'm not really ready. She goes, look, you've got all the skills. You've got to give it a try. I said, okay, let's go. Because I was so nervous, I was feeling really crazy. On that day, I was just so stressed that I couldn't breathe properly. I wasn't thinking properly. I just went really, weird. And I just wasn't myself. And my teacher said, Anita, you look really stressed. Are you okay? And I said, I don't know. Even the tester, when she came to the car, she was like, hey, are you okay? And I said, I don't really know. And she goes, can you just go out of the car and take some long, deep breaths? So I did. I had to go. Even when I was in the car driving, doing the test, I can hear talking, like I can hear turn left at the next street, do this, do that. But in my head, it was just some big deal. I don't know, I can't explain it to you, but I just, I made a huge deal out of it in my head. And in real life, it was not a big deal and the roads were not difficult. It was just in my head. Kept driving, and then close to the end of the Vic roads, I see it in the distance, and as I was turning left, I mounted the gutter, which is an instant fail. And I could see that that was a fail. I said, sorry guys, I was so nervous. Next time I went for the test, I took my same teacher. She was always by my side. And I got the same tester and the same test route. And I said, hopefully I'm better this time. But that day I was full of confidence, Like I said to my teacher, I said, hey, sorry, I don't know what was with me, but today I feel different. She goes, I can tell. And I just did really well. I was just driving, doing my thing. I didn't make a big deal out of it. And I came to the same corner, turning left. And I felt like they were both smiling, like, is she going to do it? And I'm thinking, yeah, I will. I'll do it. And then I turned the corner. I didn't mount the gutter. I see Vic Road. And she said, now just park the car anywhere you like. I parked the car. And I thought, yes, I got my license. And we came in. And then they were like, yeah, you got it. And they were all smiling. I cried. My teacher cried. Because this was a very long journey, for me. This whole driving thing. It wasn't my thing, which I now love. I used to hate, let me tell you. And I called my mum. She was the first one I called. And she was my main supporter in driving. And I said, Mama, I got my license. And she was at work. She was taking a break. And she's like, yes! And she bangs the table. Yes! My daughter got license. Yes. She was really happy. So that was a hurdle that I overcame. So if you're thinking to yourself, am I ever going to learn how to drive? All that stuff. You will. Don't think about it in some sort of quick, instantaneous way, because everyone's different, all right? Everyone's driving journey is different. You might take 20 hours. Your friend might take 2 hours. Other friend might take 5 hours. Everyone's different. The person who I've driven the shortest with was just 1 hour, and that's because she was practicing getting a lot of practice hours in, and then when she came to me, I just had to brush up on a few things and she was ready. However, not everyone has the time to drive or the opportunity to drive. I didn't have that, so once a week I was with my driving teacher, you know. And I have a funny story, which is one day I actually was at Vic Roads with my learner in Melton, and my driving teacher was there with her learner in the same office. And I said, oh my God, I go to my learner, hang on, this is the teacher that taught me when I was 19. And I am 39 now, but I was about 35 then or something like that. Anyway, and I said, hello, do you remember me? And she's looking at me like, do I? I was actually one of your learners many, many years ago, a long, long time ago. She kept looking at me and she goes, oh yeah, you're the gutter girl. So I'm like, yes. So I always used to hit the gutter and drive into the gutter, drive towards the gutter. That was my main problem. And can you imagine how bad I was that she remembered me from when I was 19 to 35, all that time, okay? So if I can learn to drive, anyone can. You just have to have the will and take a few steps, you know, and don't give up, you know, don't give up on driving, you know, like if you haven't found the right teacher, keep looking till you find them. There is going to be a teacher for you, that's the one, you know. Don't worry if you make errors. Don't think, oh, I made these errors, I shouldn't drive. Do you know how many errors I made? Lots, believe me, you know. One time, I swear, I scared the crap out of my teacher, right? And she was just like, that was a bit close. You know, it's gonna be a tough journey sometimes. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, you know, but just keep going, and then you'll get it. Once you get your license, you will learn more from yourself than anyone, because you're out there just alone and you have to use everything you learned, everything you think is safe, all your coping mechanisms, all your ways to be calm, and you're going to be out there doing your thing, you know. And this is where safety is number one. So when you're out there by yourself, safety, safety, safety. Don't worry about what everyone's doing around you, because you're going to find rushing, speeding, overtaking, anger, this, that, a lot of anger, a lot of pushing, bullying, crap on the road. Don't worry about that. Just remember what is safe, what is good, okay? Don't focus on anyone else, just focus on what you're doing. This is the main task, all right, on the road. Keep yourself calm, safe, safety. So the whole point of this story is it took me a long time to learn to drive, okay? And eventually I got there, okay? And if I can, so can you, all right? This is what I want to say. So I hope you've enjoyed my video and have a great day. Bye.